In 2023, Dozy Mmobuosi was a king. On paper, his company, Tingo Group, was worth $1.6 billion. He flew in private jets. He wore five-figure suits. He even tried to buy a Premier League football club. According to his official filings, he had $461 million sitting in the bank. Cold, hard, cash. But when investigators finally knocked on the door, they didn't find a fortune. They found a ghost. The actual balance in Tingo's primary operating account, $50, not 50 million, 50. Welcome to Ledger Lies. Today we perform a capital autopsy on the greatest agricultural fraud in history. The pitch was perfect. Tingo was the Amazon of agriculture for Africa. They claimed to empower the backbone of Nigeria, the farmers. Beautifully lit golden hour shot of African farmers in lush green fields, holding smartphones. The lighting is warm and hopeful, creating a stark contrast to what we know is coming. The farmers look genuinely engaged with their devices. Through an app called Nwassa, Tingo allegedly gave 9 million farmers access to the digital economy. The numbers were staggering. Slow-motion footage of a confident man in an expensive suit, representing Dozy, ringing the NASDAQ opening bell. Confetti falls in slow motion. The lighting is bright, celebratory, almost ethereal. Camera captures the moment from multiple angles. Millions of subscribers, billions in revenue, an ecosystem built on Tingo phones, handsets leased to farmers to manage their crops. The world fell for it. Extreme close-up of a match being struck in darkness. The flame illuminates a document with Hindenburg research letterhead. The fire reflects in someone's eyes as they read. The lighting is dramatic, noir style with deep shadows. Tingo listed on the NASDAQ. The stock soared. Dozy Mmobuosi became the face of African tech excellence. But an empire built on paper can be burned by a single question. And in June 2023, Hindenburg research struck the match. True crime usually leaves a body. Financial crime leaves a ledger. The first red flag wasn't hidden. It was hiding in plain sight. Tingo claimed they had a $1.6 billion food processing plant. A state-of-the-art facility already generating massive profits. There were no machines, no workers, only a billboard in a field of weeds. Then there were the farmers. Tingo claimed 9.3 million members. The response? We've never heard of Tingo. One group that supposedly represented 4 million people turned out to be a handful of farmers in a shed. The paper empire was missing its foundation. But the smoking ledger was about to reveal the ultimate lie. This is the smoking ledger. Extreme close-up of an SEC exhibit showing a 2022 bank statement. The camera slowly pans across official-looking headers, logos, and stamps. Everything appears legitimate under the harsh examination light. Look at this document. Tingo told the SEC they had $461 million in cash. They showed auditors statements that looked legitimate. They had the headers, the logos, the stamps. Close-up of a computer screen showing email exchanges. The camera reveals fake email domains that look almost identical to real bank addresses. Red circles highlight the subtle differences. The screen flickers with digital corruption effects. But look closer at the transaction history. The SEC contacted the actual bank. The real records showed the account didn't even exist during the period Tingo claimed it was overflowing with cash. Even worse, Dozy Mmobuosi had created fake email domains. Animation showing an email being sent to a fake bank address, then cutting to a shadowy figure behind a laptop clicking Approve. The lighting on the figure is minimal, keeping them mysterious. The laptop screen casts an eerie glow on their hands. When auditors tried to verify the money, they weren't emailing the bank. They were emailing Dozy. The money was a digital hallucination, a ledger built on a loop of fake emails and forged PDFs. The end came fast. The SEC filed an emergency action. They called it fraud on a staggering scale. Close-up of a trading screen showing TIO stock plummeting in a dramatic red line. The numbers cascade downward like a waterfall. The screen's glow reflects in someone's shocked eyes. The stock was frozen. The billions evaporated. Wide shot of an empty, dusty office space. Sunlight streams through Venetian blinds, creating dramatic shadows across scattered papers. A single Tingo-branded phone lies on the floor, screen cracked and dark. In September 2024, a judge delivered the final blow. Dozy Mmobuosi and his entities were ordered to pay $250 million. The ghost billionaire was gone. Close-up of spilled black ink spreading across white paper, distorting printed numbers. Water drops hit the ink, causing it to run and blur. The lighting is soft but ominous, like the end of a noir film. He remains at large, leaving behind a trail of ruined investors and a tarnished reputation for an entire continent's tech sector. Dozy Mmobuosi thought he could outrun the math, but in the end, the numbers always come home to roost. His empire wasn't built on agriculture, it was built on ink, and ink runs when it gets wet. I'm Jay. This is Ledger Lies. Subscribe to see the next autopsy. The fine print doesn't lie. People do.